Hi guys, I'm here to talk to you about the Ancient Mesopotamia choice board that you are going to be working on for the next 3 days in class. So in the choice board, you're going to notice that you have 4 items that you must complete by Friday. And there are 9 options, and you are only required to do 4 of them. And you can decide which of those 4 you are most interested in completing. So I'm going to go through each of them so you know a little bit about them and can make a decision about the 4 you would like to do. So the first one is geography. When you click on the geography assignment, it's going to take you right to Schoology, and you're going to see the assignment for you. You're going to see the document right away, and you're going to see the directions right here. It says, get a copy of the map off the front table, and it looks like this. Okay, the directions are on the front and it tells you exactly what to do. And then on the back, you're going to complete those directions step by step. So this would be a really great one if you enjoy coloring and following directions. This geography one might be a great one for you to choose. Once you've completed that, you're going to hand in the upload your map onto this assignment and then submit it, and you can hand us the copy of your map also. Once you have that done, you're going to take an X, and you can see the X's on the screen when it's not in slideshow mode, and you can just put a big red X over geography, and we will know that that is one you want to grade. The next choice you have is the ziggurat one. When you click on that, this is a 2 truths or ziggurat truths and lies. So this is actually a Cami assignment. So you're going to go ahead and click on Cami to open the assignment. And I'll just take 1 second for it to open here. Okay, and what you're going to notice is there's a little article that you need to read about ziggurats. And then once you're done reading the article, your job is to determine whether the statement is true or false. And then when you're done, you're going to unscramble the word using the large bold letters of only your true statements. So only the true ones will be the ones you unscramble. So for example, much of the knowledge about Mesopotamia comes from the Library of Nineveh. If you think that is true, you can go ahead and take your highlighter and you can just like color it in, and it'll be lit up in yellow, and you'll know that's true. And then when you're finished, just like always, you'll click the turn in button and it'll go back to Schoology, and you need to submit, and then you'll be good with that. And you can see the unscramble secret word is right down here at the bottom. So that's the ziggurat one. So if you like to look for clues and information, that might be a fun one for you to try. The next one is Hammurabi's Law. When you click on this, here is the assignment. Again, you're going to open up the document. You're going to notice there are some scenarios on here. So it's Hammurabi's Code of Law, and it says, would you apply laws the same way King Hammurabi did in ancient Mesopotamia? So for each situation, you're going to record your idea of how the law should be followed. So there are 6 different scenarios you're going to need to read about, and you would say, I think a fair law would be this. Hammurabi's code said this. What do I think about his code? So you'll see the situations in here. What should be done to the carpenter who builds a house that falls and kills his owner? So this is where you're going to write, what do you think should happen? Then you're going to read, this is what Hammurabi said would happen to you. You're going to write that down in this middle box. And then over here, you're going to write how you feel about Hammurabi's Law. So that's that assignment. Again, when you're done, you just need to submit your document and then go back and put your X over Hammurabi's Law. The Epic of Gilgamesh. Okay, if you're doing this one, you're going to need to get a comic strip paper off the front table. You're going to open the Google Slides and watch the video about Gilgamesh. So this was the same video you watched the other day, but it'll give you an opportunity to watch the video again just to remind you of the story. And then you're going to create a little comic strip about the Epic of Gilgamesh. And you're going to use colored pencil and make sure your captions are in thick black Sharpie so they really stand out. So if you kind of like art and maybe a little bit of comic book things, this might be for you. Again, make sure you take a picture of this and submit it in Schoology, and then you're going to go back to the choice board and put an X over it if that is the one you chose. For the vocabulary one, this is a quizzes assignment. So again, all you have to do is open up the link. You're going to use the link to play the quizzes game. There's 20 questions. You have an opportunity to do it as many times as you need to complete it. When you're finished with it, you can get a 10 out of 10 by just redoing it. If you don't get a good score the first time, you're just going to screenshot your score. If you get a 10, you get 100. If you get 19 right, you get a 9.5, and it goes down from there as we go. Again, you submit this when you're done, and then you're going to put an X over the vocabulary. Next one is cuneiform. Okay, if you choose to do the cuneiform one, this is a little bit of a, ooh, that's not good. Maybe I went too fast. Cuneiform message decoder. There we go. Okay, so it says use this alphabet on slide 2 to help you decode Mrs. Walensky's message. So here you can see, here is the alphabet, so right here up above, and then here is my message. So you're going to see if you can figure it out, and you're going to type the answer here. Then you're going to create your own message. So you're going to actually go back here, and you're going to click on this link, and it's going to take you to a message detector, and all you have to do is type what you want in there, and then it'll convert it for you. And then you're going to copy it and put it over here on slide 3, and then you're going to write your message, what you said it was, down here below. Okay, so that's going to help you create your own message. So if you are interested in doing that, that would be one for you. Again, when you're done, make sure you submit and put an X over the cuneiform. The Sumerian city-states. Hopefully I'm going to be able to click. Here we go. So Sumerian city-states, if you'd like to do this one, you can, if you're maybe more musically inclined or like theater a little bit, you can write a poem or song about the city-state of Sumer. You're going to use pages 43 through 46 in your notebook to create your poem or song. So you can talk about the supplies, the economy, inventions, ziggurat, social structure, and then you're going to post your poem on slide 2. And then down here, for some little extra credit, if you read your poem or sing your song, you'll get an extra bonus point, and you need to make sure on slide 3 you actually upload your video of you doing that. So maybe you want to be the next Mr. Nicky, and you can create the song just like he did. So if you want to do that, again, complete it, submit it, and then put your X over the Sumerian city-states. This is a fun one, the inventions for you sports lovers. This is a little Mesopotamia invention madness bracket. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to read about all the different inventions from ancient Mesopotamia and then complete a bracket. So for example, we have the wheel, board games. There's lots of different inventions. We know that ancient Mesopotamia created a lot of different things. So you can see over here, wheel and board games. So you might want to go back and go, okay, what did it say about the wheel? What did it say about board games? Which one do I think is better? And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to type in the box. I'm going to type wheel or board games. And then we're going to kind of break it down till you get to the last 2. And then you're going to decide your winner. So this is kind of a fun take on a sports bracket. So if you like that, that might be something you want to do. Again, submit it when you're done and put an X through it. And then the last thing, the last one that you can do down here is the 4 Mesopotamia empires. So if you like writing, this one's for you. This one is where you're going to decide which empire do you think was the best. So here is our charts that we did in class about the 4 empires. And then you're going to decide, which one is best and make a claim and give some evidence based on the charts to help you. And then you're going to use this kind of organizer to help you. Then you're going to type your paragraph here. When you're done, you can submit it. Make sure you check for spelling, capitals, punctuation, all that good stuff before you submit. So those are the 9 items. Again, you only need to complete 4 of them. So pick the 4 that you are most interested in. And you're going to get started on this right away. So our goal today is hopefully to get at least 1 finished. So take a minute, decide where you're going to start, and get going. Have fun. Bye.